So it's actually CV, so cardiovascular. So you're going to assist the client into the semi-Fowler's position. So what is semi-Fowler's?
45.
Yeah, 45 or less, right? Inspect for jugular vein pulses, right? So we'll look at the jugular veins, right? And then we're going to palpate the carotid arteries. Okay? And then you'll auscultate the carotid arteries for bruits, using which part of the stethoscope? Bell for bruits. And then you'll assist the client to lay flat. So you'll start in the semi-Fowler's and then go to the supine. You'll expose the chest while providing privacy and inspect for visual symmetry, pulsations, and skin color. So the chest should be equal bilaterally, right? Symmetry should be not asymmetrical. No pulsations noted, and the skin should be appropriate for ethnicities, right? So if somebody's got a dark ethnic background, then their skin should be darker pigmentation. You know, if you're like me and you're a white Irish descent, you probably have pretty pale skin. So identify and palpate pulse of maximal impulse or the apical impulse. Where is that? You have to know your landmarks again. Fifth intercostal space, mid-clavicular line. See, it all comes back. And then we're going to palpate for any abnormal pulsations or vibrations. So we're basically just palpating the chest. Make sure we don't have any abnormal pulsations or vibrations.
Is there specific locations for that? Or
Yeah, generally you want to palpate up here. I kind of try and palpate around the chest where the heart is. I like to palpate there to make sure there's no generally up here. Because what's up here? What would I be really concerned about if I felt a pulsation or vibration up here? What major vessel is up there? What's coming off the heart there?
superior vena?
Yeah, and also the aorta, right?
Mhm.
The aortic arch is up there. So we're concerned about the aorta, that you don't have like an aortic aneurysm. And then we're going to auscultate the heart by placing the stethoscope at all 5 locations and identifying the heart. It sounds. What are we hearing here?
Apical.
No, not apical.
Aortic.
Aortic, where is that? Second
Second.
intercostal space, right
Right
sternal
above.
border. We just slide right across. Second intercostal space, left sternal border. What's there? Pulmonic. Then we go down 1. Third intercostal space, left sternal border. Herb's point. Then we're going down probably 2, between 4 and 5. So what is that? Tricuspid, right? And then we slide out to mitral, right? That's the 5th intercostal space, mid-clavicular line, right? Okay. And that's also a point of maximal impulse. Auscultate the heart by placing okay, so auscultate. Now if I've just done that auscultation, I'm already where I need to auscultate the apical pulse. Should I just leave my stethoscope there and count? Right? So you're gonna count for 60 seconds. And you'll give me an apical rate, right? So the apical rate should be, what's the apical rate? What's normal? What's a normal heart rate? Somewhere between 60 and 100, right? So that's where it should come out. But we have to count for a full minute, right? So verbalize the rate for 1 minute. If it was irregular, then you may want to compare it to, meaning it wasn't dum 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 dum, it was dum 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 dum, you know, it's an abnormal rhythm. Then I may check for a pulse deficit to see if there's any pulse deficits.
Do we have to know like which is which for like the
What do you mean?
different like irregular like heartbeats?
What do you mean? It's either regular. There is only regular or irregular. There's only 2 ones.
Well, because
So it's either regular, so it goes bump, 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 or some kind of irregular. Bump, 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 bump. That would be irregular. So that's the only way you can do it. We need a rhythm strip to identify anything further. All we can do by listening is it regular or irregular?
Okay.
Yeah, there's no other way to identify it. And inspect extremities for edema, reduced hair growth, changes in pigmentation, and thick nail growth. So, should be no peripheral edema noted. Hair growth should be equal bilaterally. There should be no skin changes, so the pigmentation on skin should be equal bilaterally. We're going to look for thickened nails, right? Should be normal nail growth, no thick nails noted. Questions on that? It's pretty straightforward as well. This is another one that we've kind of reviewed before,
Mhm.
right? These are pretty straightforward. Other questions? So know the two that you did not do initially, if you're in my section. And neural, you just have to memorize the nerves, there's no other way around it, I wish there was, there's just no, you just have to know, you just have to know. It's 12 nerves, know which ones you're assessing, as I said, there's groups, you can kind of block them together, where you're gonna do the mouth and the face, you can kind of block them together, just know which ones you're assessing. And you'll just verbalize it. I'm doing the hypoglossal cranial nerve number 12, I'm doing the olfactory cranial nerve number 1, you just verbalize it. And then I'm gonna do the sense or whatever it happens to be. Question?
This might be a silly question. There's like a few of them for like eyes, for example. Can you say like I'm gonna be doing cranial nerve, like and name all of them? And then
Absolutely.
do it
You can
all?
tell me I'm assessing cranial nerve, whatever they happen to be, go through that.
But you
Free
can
for
name
them.
like
Yeah, you can tell me
3 of them
yeah.
and be like.
Because they are, if you look at the way that they're done, they're actually all, I think they are grouped together.
Abduction, trochlear, ocular.
Let's see, so, number 3, so, so oculomotor, abducens and trochial nerves.